All right, here we go. It is what?
The final percent.
The final percent, that's right.
The final
percent. The
final
percent. Just in case you're wondering what you're listening to right now, it is the
final percent.
The final percent. Hey guys, happy Monday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. Again, we're trying to get this whole thing going on to where you're going to tune in Monday morning and you're going to be able to get some kind of juice, some stuff that's going to go on in your life and you're going to be able to kind of tap into, that's going to set you up, get you in that right mindset for Mondays. Everyone says, oh, the Monday blues, the Monday this. No. It's an opportunity so that you guys can really change your lives and you can become someone and you can make a difference. Today I want to talk a little bit about the whole idea that I came up with one time, and it's called manufacturing energy. Now, what does that mean, okay? I've gone over this, and yes, I'm a little sick, so I'm going to maybe have a couple coughs here and there, some sniffles, but it is what it is. We're going to plow through it. We're going to make this happen. But let's talk about manufacturing energy and why I think it's so important. This came to me one time when I was managing someone, and I was trying to figure out where does negativity come from? And what I realized is we live in the land of give and take, give and take, give and take, give and take. I'm going to do this for you. What are you going to do for me? I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to show up for work on time for this amount of time and yada, 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 and you're going to give me this much money. It's give and take, give and take. Your buddies, hey, I'll come let you borrow my truck to help you move, but what are you going to do for me? Everything is give and take, 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 give and take. You get the picture. So what I realized is if you look at it, the give and take mindset is very much that employee mentality. And when you watch employees or younger people entering the workforce enter into a position of leadership or management, you start watching this very interesting thing happen. And I think that they get into what's called an energy deficit. So what does that mean? If you're running around and you're a manager or you're a leader, now think about what you're doing. You're running around trying to help everyone else succeed. So because there's this greater objective that you see, and you're trying to manage these other key result areas down beneath you so that you can hopefully get this bigger objective. But the problem is these bigger objectives can take quite a bit of time, sometimes years, sometimes multiple years, sometimes months, at the very minimum, a full day. And usually managers are looking more at like 2 weeks, you know what I mean? So what I realized is you have these people who are so used to give and take, give and take, give and take, give and take. Now all they feel that they're doing are giving and 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 giving. And all of a sudden, I equate this as employees or young people in the workforce are fire starters. Because think about it. Everyone says, oh man, I really got to go light a fire under their ass. A lot of people don't have the initiative. A lot of people aren't self-starters. A lot of people aren't trying to accomplish something and become more and really trying to do more than they're paid to do so that they can get paid more for what they do. So if you think about all of these people, which are the majority of a workforce, you're wondering, man, why do I always feel like I'm putting out fires? Well, think about the mindset that you're entering that with. You're thinking about the fact that you have to go start a fire. So you have all these fire starters. And so then when you have a fire starter transition into management, you have these managers who are running around. And now I think that these people, I call them my fire trucks, okay? The fire trucks running around and they're running around and they're running around and they're running around and they're running around. And pretty soon they have put out everyone's fires. And they get back to their desk. And they don't have any water left for their own fires. They're in an emotional deficit, an energy deficit, because they haven't been focusing on the right things. Because a true leader, a true manager has to understand, hey man, what am I trying to, they have to really keep that North Star, that objective in the sky so they can understand, what am I reaching for? What am I stretching for? so they can understand, that's one step closer, because it doesn't necessarily manifest immediately on a paycheck or immediately in an attaboy or a thank you or an I appreciate you or a raise. Sometimes people are working a whole career for a raise. So you have to understand, okay, what part of my life am I in, okay? What part of my life am I in? So are you a fire starter? Are you one of those people who maybe needs the fire started right under your butt? Are you a fire truck? Now, I think fire trucks these are the managers. They're not the full leader, the full decision maker, but they're not an employee. I think they have the absolute toughest job on the planet because they have to live in two worlds. They have to live in the leadership world and deal with all of these people who are making decisions, and they're just like, oh, well, this is your quota, this is your this is your that. And then they have to deal with all of the subordinates and delegate how do I delegate it? How do I know it's going to get done? And then they will fall into the trap of micromanaging. So this is why I think that it is very important to start understanding the next level of leadership, which I call my water towers. Now, this is what your leadership truly should be. If you're a fire truck running around and you run out of water, you should be able to know immediately who can you go to fill up your fire truck. That is what the subordinates all the way down at the employee level will start going, man, this person just manufactures energy. In the face of adversity, they manufacture energy. When, again, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It's just transferring around. It's moving around. I draw a lot of energy from my wife. I draw a lot of energy from my team, whether it's Ashley just absolutely crushing it, Zach crushing it, Kayla, whether she's crushing it as a wife or just being an amazing executive in the company. Mitch, whether he's just being a great friend and a caring friend or just creating all these relationships and opportunities and really truly inspiring me to be more, do more. Inspiration is the thing that will keep the energy being able to be manufactured. Now, a lot of people say, well, whoa, what about motivation? Motivation is very important. I steal a line from Zig Ziglar all the time. Motivation is a lot like a shower. It wears off. That's why I recommend doing it daily. Motivation is very important. But motivation gets eaten up and chewed up so fast, it's like bubble gum. It loses its flavor. Inspiration is the sense of belonging to something greater than you. So you want to be inspired. It starts with motivation, but you want to be inspired. You have to feel like brick by brick, day by day, you are building something that is truly that you're going to be proud of, that you're going to be able to look up and say, I did that. So before we go, let's just reverse engineer this just for a second. Because a lot of people say, well, I don't want to work for this a-hole and build his dream. Well, if you're getting paid, if you're doing something that isn't too terrible, you're building your empire at home. You're taking care of home. So instead of going, oh man, I'm making this guy money, or oh, I wish I wasn't here. I wish I was somewhere else. I wish I was this. I wish I was that. Start understanding where you're at and really maximize that moment. Because think about it. When you're in the future, you're going to look back on your life and you're going to say, hey, did I maximize every moment? Because the moment that you have right now is the only moment that you have. It's already gone. That moment that we were just talking about is already gone. So therefore, every moment that you think about this moment in your life is the most important moment of your life. Treat it as such. Treat it as it is sacred and do your very best. Go the final percent. Because you need to have the satisfaction that because you had that moment in your hand, you squeezed every ounce of life out of it that you possibly could. And when you think that you are out of energy, go deeper. Because how many times does this happen? And, I'll use a really big cliche. How many times does this happen? Oh, man. My boss is just he's always calling me and she's always calling me and she's doing this and he's doing that, blah, 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 blah. I'm so tired. I need to decompress. I need to this. Your life just gets so hard. It's not hard, because here's what happens. Your buddy calls you and says, hey, man, I just got us a tea time in 30 minutes. Do you think you can make it right after work? Oh, man alive, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get out. I'm all of a sudden, you're super pumped. You got all this energy. Well, where was that when you were trying to feed your empire? That's your legacy. In the last one, we talked about what is the brand that you are taking with you into every moment of your life. What is the brand that you leave with people in every moment of your life? Whether you're at the country club, at the going out club, whether you're on the golf course, whether you're at work, whether you're at the supermarket. You know that old saying, like, watch out for the guy who can't be nice to a waiter? Every single moment, I want you to seize it. That whole seize the day thing, I want it down to the millisecond. I want you to seize every millisecond. This life is amazing, and I can tell you one thing. As crazy as it is, I moved to Denver 9 years ago, and it feels like it was a blink of the eye, and it feels like it's only accelerating. I was 33 last month. How the hell is my 34th birthday 18 days from now? What? Well, no, wow. Now that I think about it, it really was a year ago. It's only accelerating and getting faster. So I want you to look back, because remember, there's a very cool saying where they say, I don't know who they are, so they is me right now. Take it for what it's worth. If youth only knew, and if age only could. If youth only knew, and if age only could. Understand what that means. You got two bank accounts in life, guys. One that goes up and down, usually has a Wells Fargo or a Bank of America or a Chase or a credit union of some kind. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It can even go negative. But here's the crazy thing. You can always make more money. You can spend every single penny that you have every single day for the rest of your life, and every single day you can make more money. But when you were born, you were given a bank account of time that it's done nothing but just go down every single day. It just goes down. And here's the thing. I want you to start thinking about your life as if you were in a basketball game, or maybe a soccer game, or maybe a football game. Doesn't matter. But here's the thing. We don't know what the game clock says. You have no idea if you're at halftime or if you're in the 2-minute drill. You have no idea if you're in the third quarter, the fourth quarter, the first quarter. You have no idea. So therefore, why would we not want to take every single moment? And when we feel like we're down on energy, when we feel like it is so hard to move forward, why wouldn't we manufacture energy? Find more energy. Dig deep. Go down into your soul. Go down into your heart. Dig deep. That's what going the final percent is all about. Right when you want to quit. Right when you want to quit. Don't. Push just a little harder and find out what's on the other side of quitting. Find out what's on the other side of failure. Because failure is only real and it's only permanent if you quit. With that being said, this is the final percent.
The final percent.
The final percent. Don't quit, guys. I know it's Monday, but I want you to go to the final percent in everything you do. This is Greg Kimball. Thank you so much.